Hey my Patriot friend, welcome back to Colonial Girl List. Before we get into today's video, make sure to comment, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on your post notifications so you get notified when I post a new video. I post every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Let's get started with today's video. So since I made a history video last time for Flag Day, I am going to be doing like I told you in a couple videos ago, I'm gonna take a break from American history. Not that I'm not ever gonna do it again, because that's not the case. But I'm taking a break. So, what I want to say is, I feel like you guys haven't really learned much about me. I feel like you've learned a lot about me, but there's still more that you haven't told, that I haven't told you about myself. I'm not gonna get into personal things, but this is personal, but not too personal. I shouldn't be sharing it. So, let's get started with today's video. So, make sure you turn on your post notifications and subscribe, because I am going to be posting some great videos. So, let's get started. Alright, sorry I keep saying, but for the final time, let's get started. So, today I am going to be doing, I'm going to be telling you about my back surgery when I was 11 and a half. So, October 15th, 2018, I was 11 and a half. I was in 6th grade, and I went into Boston Children's Hospital for surgery in Boston. And I was there because I had 55-degree scoliosis that the doctors could fix. And my parents can sign the anesthesia consent form, which is a consent that you give for your child to have surgery, and the anesthesia to give you the sleep medicine that you need to fall asleep. And I checked in, I waited in the waiting room, and I got in the holding area. I answered some questions. All I took was my ADHD and anxiety pills, and then with apple juice, because you can't really eat before surgery because it'll mess with the anesthesia when they give it to you to fall asleep on the OR bed or on your hospital bed. I had it on my hospital bed. But yeah, that's how it went. And then I changed into this hospital gown. So then after that, I got music therapy. A person played a guitar for me that worked there, and then I met my anesthesia care team, which is not your surgeon, because you already know your surgeon, which was my back doctor. The doctors, the nurses, and the anesthesia. Some of the doctors and nurses were just there to watch over me while I was sleeping and make sure I was okay, breathing. And then, before I knew it, they said, okay, time to say goodbye to your parents. So that's what I did. I said goodbye to my mother and father, and I got a ride in my bed to the operating room where they would be doing my surgery. I stayed on my hospital bed for the whole entire hospital visit. I stayed there for 3 days for surgery because I had physical therapy, and they had to get me out of bed and walking, so that's what I did. And then, yeah, after I got into the OR room, the operating room, there was an operating table, but I was on my hospital bed with bed railings, and it was fun. You could adjust the height of the bed. So that's what I did. I kept playing with it when I was recovering. It was very fun. But anyway, I was on my hospital bed waiting to be put to sleep, and the doctors told me who they were and why they were there. And then they asked me my name, my birthday, and how old I am, and what kind of surgery I was getting, just to make sure that they knew that I knew why I was there. So then I told them March 7th, 2007, Scoliosis Surgery, and I told them my name. So they're like, okay. So before they put me to sleep, I had an IV. An IV is for people it's for kids like me. But if you're 10 and under, you'll get an IV, but you go to sleep through a mask. But I went to sleep through an IV, so I'll tell you that. But I had an IV for extra water and medicine while my body was resting for surgery, because they call it a nap, even though they're forcing you to go to sleep because you're having surgery. They don't want you to feel pain. That's why you do go to sleep, so you don't feel pain. why they put you to sleep for surgery, so you don't feel anything. That's why you're sleeping. Then they put a pulse ox on my finger, and they took my blood pressure one last time, and the anesthesia listened to my heart and lungs. Then, after that, what happened was they put stickers all around my chest, and that connected to a heart monitor, which told the doctors my heartbeat and how well I was breathing while I'm sleeping. Then it came time for my anesthesia. So what happened was I didn't have a mask. If you're 10 and under, you have a mask. But if you're once you turn 11, I think you have an IV. So I had the IV that was giving me water and medicine. And then they pushed this like red liquid through the tube, and that went through the IV tube into my arm and put my whole body to sleep. And before I knew it, I was off to sleep. So after I went to sleep, they rolled me on my stomach, which is how I sleep at night. But they rolled me on my stomach because they were operating on my back. So they put rods and screws in my back. And surgery took 5 hours. It was 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. So I was sleeping for 5 hours. I was napping in the OR for 5 hours while the doctors were operating on me and taking good care of me. Then I woke up in the operating room, but it took me a little while for me to open my eyes because they were just waking me up from my surgery, from my anesthesia. The anesthesia was trying to wear off. But then I was like slowly opening my eyes and I saw everybody around me and they told me how brave I was and what a good job I did. So after that, they see you in the OR for a little while after your surgery, like just to talk to you and tell you how you did. And then I got to ride in my bed to the recovery room, which is where there are nurses to like check your vital signs and like have you, they didn't have me drink or eat anything. I got to drink and eat stuff later that night actually. So then what happened was I actually got to be in when I was in the recovery room, I got to see my parents. My parents, like they gave me a little sips of water before my parents came in just to make sure I was okay. Not everything was working probably because sometimes after kids wake up from surgery, they can be cranky and like I was a little bit confused. Like I had forgotten because when you're given anesthesia to go to sleep for surgery, especially as a kid when you're young like I was, you kind of lose sense of awareness of why you're in there, and you start to drift off to sleep because when you're in anesthesia, you're in a deep sleep. Sometimes they just sedate you, which means you go in like a light sleep, but you still don't feel anything. But they really, really put me to sleep. Like I couldn't feel a thing. And then before I knew it, I was like, okay, I'm in the recovery room, I'm seeing my parents, but why was I here? And I remembered, oh yeah, I just had surgery on my back for my scoliosis. So what it is now is I go back like every year for checkups, but now it's like gonna be every 2 years for checkups, I think. But anyway, my back still isn't perfectly straight, but there's a curve up by my neck, but the rest of it is straight with rods and screws. That helped. When they put the rods and screws in there during my surgery when I was sleeping, I didn't feel it, but they put it in my back, and it straightened my back. That's what it does, is it helps. If anybody who has scoliosis and who has had the same experience as me with the surgery, it straightens your back. But my doctor, who was my surgeon for my surgery, my back doctor, told me that if I had let this go on past, like, prior to me getting, not prior, but further, and I didn't get surgery at like 11 and a half or 12, I would have had breathing problems later on, and that's why you want to fix it. If it's 55 or 65, that's why you want to fix it before you actually get before you actually like heavily breathing. Because if you start heavily breathing, that's a sign that you need your back fixed if you have scoliosis, because it can cause breathing problems. So that's why my parents decided that I needed this surgery. And then after, they took me on my bed to the 10th floor, and I stayed in room 1022. And my parents, after a little while, my parents left, and later that night, the nurse checked my vitals. I got ginger ale, water, and graham crackers because I hadn't eaten all day except for like a little apple juice box and taking my pills before I went to a hospital for my surgery. So that's kind of the details. The next morning, I woke up. I had a call light and I had a TV. I had to share a room, and I got a room. Every room that you stay in has a bathroom and a shower. The bathroom is literally so small that if you try and use the shower near the sink, you'll get soaked. And it's like they're in a triangle. The shower's here, the toilet's here, and the sink's here. But then I had a catheter in because I couldn't go to the bathroom because I had just had surgery. So what I did was they took me out for a walk the next day. I ate breakfast, my parents came in, my mom came in with my phone and my charger so I could have it. My dad bought me a Halloween themed animal because it was in October. It was like 16 days before Halloween. Well, by then it was 15 days before Halloween. So that's why I got the themed stuffed animal that I got. It was a Beanie Boo, and it's at my old house. But then, the physical therapist got me out of my bed, and she helped me walk around the hallway. And then eventually the next day we got into doing steps. And my parents held my hand as I walked, and they helped me. And then I got back into bed, and I had a blanket over me. And it was just they took really great care of me. And shout out to Children's Hospital. You guys are amazing. You guys really know your stuff, and you guys really take care of people. And anybody who needs surgery, whether it's scoliosis surgery, if you need to get your tonsils taken out, they take great care of you, so don't be afraid to ask any questions. And yeah, but that's all for today's video. Make sure to comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you get notified when I post a new video. Please get me to 1K subscribers. Peace out, my future friends.